Let me ask each of you a final question from my perspective, and I'll put a time limit on it because we're running a little late. 30 seconds to a minute. If in the next year or two, Jason, you first, what are the kinds of headlines people will be reading about wireless and some of the issues we've been talking about today? What do you think are the hot button, whether it be new products, new developments, new issues, new controversies? What will they be?
I think we will see, I suspect we're going to see things come to a head with respect to basic political speech over wireless devices. I mean, one of the things that didn't come up today was that last year we actually had an incident where NORAL Pro-Choice America wanted to launch a text messaging campaign to deliver information to consumers who had opted in to receive those text messages themselves. And Verizon said that the content was too controversial, so they weren't going to carry it over their network. The New York Times published the story, and Verizon reversed their position the following day, said it was a mistake, said that it was an old policy, refused to say what the old policy was, refused to say what the new policy was, and reserved the right to do it again. So I think we're going to, that's now as an issue before the FCC. I think we're going to see more issues along those lines.
Mark?
This is sort of one of Donald Rumsfeld's unknowns. So it's I think folks will begin using this new wireless broadband technology being brought to you by either Verizon or AT&T. I don't have much faith that we're going to find a non-incumbent who's actually won this the rights to this incredible new spectrum that they're purchasing for. What is that, about a day in Iraq now? Is that 20 billion? A day in Iraq. I think folks are going to use this, and then they will be surprised at the lack of privacy that they actually have over the networks that they're using. They'll be surprised at the amount of information that will be captured from the packets that they don't even know are in the packets. They don't even know what packets are. All they know is that they're communicating over the internet, over these wireless networks, and that folks are going to find these mysterious packets that are being transferred from one place to the other, capture and download that information, and find all sorts of fascinating ways to use it. And then folks will begin to think that maybe we need something in addition to the market to protect some of those fundamental rights.
Blair?
Number one, the end of the auction, discovering that the incumbents won it all. Number two, the auction for the Sprint 2.5 involving Sprint, Clearwire, Best Buy, DBS, Cable, a bunch of different folks who aren't in the wireless game trying to figure out whether this spectrum should be invested in to create the nation's first 4G network. Number three, a wild card, a big foreign investment by a sovereign wealth fund bailing out Sprint or something or China, creating a whole new debate about foreign investment in American wireless. Number four, the FCC issues a ruling in June against Comcast on the network neutrality issue, defining somewhat, it'll be a little bit vague, but defining reasonable network management services. And then the way they do that will play back into the wireless. What number am I on? Number 6. Have I hit my 30 seconds yet? September.
You're doing good, though. Go ahead.
The first Android product hits, and people start to see the kind of thing that Jason knows extremely well, the reality. Once the reality of what an open network can be, I think it really very much changes the debate, because as Machiavelli once said, the hardest thing is change, because the people who are hurt by change know precisely what their interests are. The people who benefit from change have no real idea. But once the American public, if there are devices that really capture the imagination, I think that's a big game changer. And then in November we have the election.
Good note to leave it on. Blair Levin, Mark Lloyd, Jason Devitt, thank you so much for joining us. Thank all of you.
Good to see you.